Hi, welcome to Trimble'sTavern Antiques Restoration Corner. Today I'm going to show you how to take a simple thing you can buy from any thrift shop or yard sale. This one's being a Thomas Jefferson pewter cup. Most of the time you find them, they have engraving going across it with things that you don't particularly care for. Like this one has a date on it from 1972. It did have an initial on the back side, but you can see it's now gone. Now, most people won't buy these because they have the dates on them. They don't mean anything to you. So what we're going to do is remove this date without doing damage to this Jefferson cup. Well, what we're going to do today is we only have to have a couple simple items. One, we're going to have 180 grit sandpaper, a fine sanding block, a 3M really fine sanding block that's flexible, a 4-yacht steel wool, and some Brasso and a paper towel. That's all it takes. It only takes a couple minutes, and we're going to do it from beginning to start right now. First off, we're going to grab it so it's not going to be moving, and then we'll take the 180 grit sandpaper, fold it over, and get it so you get a nice good firm grip on it. And what we're going to do is go side to side, or if you're looking at the cup, it's going to be horizontal, and just keep going back and forth until you start seeing it disappear. Just keep going back and forth. Keep looking at it every once in a while. You'll see it's starting to disappear. Just keep going until it's gone, for the most part. And if you keep going with a straight line, with a horizontal, when it's down on the side, what you're doing is you're keeping the line straight so it's easy to polish out. But we're going to keep on going real quick. And as you can see, that 72 is almost about gone. It just takes a little bit of effort. You got to stop and look at it every once in a while. And just keep going at it. And when you think you got something, then we still see a little bit of the 4 and a couple other things. So we're going to go ahead and just keep going at it. Just a little at a time. And now this could be done on plates, teapots, plaques that are made of pewter. I have not tried this on brass and other things, but pewter seems to go pretty well, you know, because they'll save a lot of times on cost, because these things can be real expensive and they look great, but who wants to have one that has the wrong initials or a date that doesn't mean anything on it and have to explain that to people? All right, I am not seeing any date on there anymore. It might be just a little bit right there, so we're just going to do one or two little there real quick. But you can see it's still feathered in pretty good. So we're going to go ahead and get rid of the 180, and we're going to go with a fine grit sand block. And we're just going to go over the whole thing. We're going to basically fan in this whole area around it. So you're going to go a little further than what we were working on the area. Always keep going horizontal to the plane. In other words, this is the top, this is the bottom, this is how we're going side to side. And that keeps it so it's easily camouflaged. But we're feathering it a little further on than what we were doing. Not much, just a little bit. And I think that's pretty much. You got a nice, even, these lines look about even. Now we're going to go to our ultrafine 3M flex pad. Basically, it's about a 350 grit on foam. You can use 350 if you want. I like it with the foam because it has a little flex to it. And just do the same thing. Go a little bit further than you did before. Keep going on there. And you can see it's getting a real nice burnish look to it right now. But we're not going to stick around with that burnish look. Some people like that satiny finish. And if that's the look you want, you can do all yours this way. And it should take, just a couple minutes. You know, it just takes a little bit of effort and a little bit of time. Just like anything that's worthwhile in the future. Now you can see it's kind of, you don't see these real sharp lines anymore. So now what we're going to do is step up. You can get rid of that. And we're going to go ahead and go to the 4-0 steel wool or super fine steel wool. And just do the same thing. Go to horizontally with the piece. Remember, top, bottom, go side to side. And we're just going to go over the whole piece. Yeah, we're just buffing it back and forth, back and forth. And yeah, it's getting there. Just a little bit here and there. We're going to go look at it real quick. Now I'm going to go ahead and put it down on the table, and I'm going to go back and forth. Makes things a little bit easier control. Unfortunately, the camera starts rocking when I do that, so I'm going to keep on doing it this way. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and go over the whole thing, over the whole cup, so now it looks uniform. Of course, putting it in my hand and turning the cup, pushing a little pressure on it. Okay, now you can blow it off. Now, shake up your Brasso. You can use Brasso, you can use the Never Dull. It's got the liquid on the cotton. We're just going to lay that right onto the piece. Get the brass out of the way. We're going to put the cloth down so we can actually put it on here. Basically, we're going to do in a circle-y pattern, and we're just going to be buffing it in, just like you do a cutter for cutting grime on waxing. But what we're doing is, you can see the black that's occurring. That's getting the really fine scratches out. And we're just going to go to town and just keep going over the whole thing. And now we can keep going and doing this all afternoon. But what we're going to do is just polish this out real quick. I mean, you can get it so it's to a mirror finish. We're just trying to get this over so we can show you what can be done. But right there, you notice that's where the mark was at the very beginning. We left that on there intentionally because the 1972 was right there. But as you can see, it's now gone. I hope that's helped you, and hope you can save some money out there doing some thrift shop buys. This is Chris Trimble at Trimble's Restoration at Trimble's Tavern Antiques. Have a nice day.